Can we turn that off?
Yeah, Miranda?
We live?
Yeah, I can turn it on.
All right, welcome everybody to the next Rogue Bakers Roundtable live stream. We've got a fun one for you tonight. We are literally just about to take out a new invention. What are we calling this? A new experiment that we're trying. We've seen some people doing mini loaf samplers before. So we just try some on our own. Oh, that looks pretty good.
They're kind of like really big rolls, but they've got the inclusions and stuff.
So we took our
Sorry, pulling it up, sorry.
They're at 177 there, so it's not quite there yet. We gotta go back in. 180. And climbing.
Tommy, we don't want the overlay thing yet, do we?
No.
So why is it so blown out?
It autoplay? Okay, well, let it play. So what you're seeing, we got an overlay going on the screen, which is showing you a couple of things. One, forming of these loaves, which are going to our Harvest Toast guests, which have just arrived. These are about to go in the oven. In fact, I'm going to put these back in the oven because they're not there yet. And these are going to take another 5 minutes or so. You'll get to see those come out of the oven.
Ask you, what are they at?
They're at 180.
Okay.
You going to set a timer?
I'm going to do 10 or 5 minutes? 5, they're small. We'll check them in 5.
5, okay. So she's going to check those. You see an overlay playing. It's a time lapse of how we formed these mini loaves, which is a new thing we're trying. Our plan is to sell those 3 different flavored loaves, one of which is one of our fan favorites, a cheddar everything bagel seasoning. So it's got everything bagel seasoning and cheddar cheese inside and on top. And then we've got a Italian cheese bread, we call it, which has Parmesan, garlic, and mozzarella cheese with a bunch of Italian seasonings and garlic and everything all inside of there. And then the third one is a
new one again.
A new version of an old loaf. So we've made our cinnamon swirl with raisins before, a nice cinnamon raisin bread. We got a really cool video you could watch of that one. But this time we used yogurt covered raisins just to see if maybe it adds a punch of sweetness inside there. So that's a new thing that we're trying. And so that's what you just saw coming out of the oven. And then in the meantime, we wanted to get into the discussion of everyday sourdough. So we tried to do as much with sourdough as possible in order to make delicious goods for my family to be able to eat when, for example, we have someone come here tonight who is celiac. And so they wanted to order some cookies. They wanted us to try and make some gluten-free cookies, but they didn't like the gluten-free cookies that we already have. My grandma's version are actually really good, but they don't like bananas. So we tried a different gluten-free cookie, chocolate chip cookie version last night. And did we throw those away? You did. You threw them away, right? We threw all the cookies away. They were terrible. And so
they were edible, but just
they weren't good. They weren't good at all. And so there's no way we're selling those to a customer, especially when our other ones are so good. My grandma's version, the gluten-free version of that, are so good. And so tonight we tried another version, another family recipe that we've got in our Roundy Family Cookbook. So for weeks now, if you've come to our lives, you've seen we've taken many recipes out of the Roundy Family Cookbook. This one is a regular chocolate chip recipe. And quite frankly, they didn't turn out great either. And so we have long fermented my grandma's cookies and got those down to like a science, and they are absolutely delicious. Long fermented sourdough. And now I'm trying to make just a regular chocolate chip cookie version. But I want to take old recipes that my grandma used to make and make them sourdough. And this one, I changed one other thing in the recipe. I added, instead of just baking soda, which this recipe calls for, we also added baking powder. And I'm wondering if that's why they look so, what's the word? It's like crumbly. I don't know. They don't look like the nice, delicious, soft chocolate chip cookies I had pictured in my brain when remembering what grandma used to make, sort of thing. So this is a fail, in my opinion. They're delicious, especially if you dunk them in milk. They're fantastic. They soak up milk well. Delicious cookies, but they do not look very good. And I would not, for example, sell those in my micro bakery that we have here when Harvest Host people come. So the idea is how to take everyday stuff and make it sourdough. And one of the things that happened literally this afternoon, we've been wanting to try these mini boules, so we wanted to show those to you tonight. But the main kind of star attraction tonight is how to do a Roundy family recipe for chicken fingers, right there, chicken fingers that I've been eating since I was a little kid. Grandma Roundy's recipe. This is how Grandma Roundy used to make super crunchy chicken fingers. And so I wanted to take this chicken fingers recipe that I've been eating since I was a kid and figure out how to sourdough it.
You want the other way to play?
Didn't it already play?
Oh yeah.
And figure out how to sourdough it. And so I pulled this book out, and this was what, at like 3 o'clock this afternoon. Tommy came in and he said, "Hey, I've got a challenge for you. Make chicken fingers, make them sourdough. There, it's a challenge." And he challenged me, and I had been wanting to do this for a while, which is when we decided what we were doing on tonight's Rogue Bakers Roundtable. I was going to do the cookies. I'm glad I didn't make those the star of the show, because that would be a terrible show if that was the star. So anyway, the recipe calls for egg, a half a cup of milk, half a cup of flour, some seasonings to go into a batter. And so the easy, simple substitution sourdough-wise for a half and half, almost half and half flour and milk substitute, we take your sourdough starter, which is equal parts water and flour, and put that in place of the flour and the milk, and then everything else basically stays the same in the recipe, and your sourdough starter becomes the batter that you use, right? And so if you've watched through some of our videos, we use our sourdough starter for all kinds of different things. We made pizza with it. We've got a 10-minute pizza, sourdough pizza video that we've done. We've done what we call pancakes and ebelskivers and waffles before. We've done crackers before. We make all kinds of different things. We're trying to figure out how many ways and recipes can we use sourdough and still come out with something great. So tonight we're going to be taking sourdough starter as a batter to make chicken fingers, and it's Grandma Roundy's again, but sourdough. How they look?
That one was at 191 too.
That one's also 190 something.
That one's at 190. This one's at like 185 and slowly grinding.
So we're trying to get the bread mini boules up to 200 temperature.
The cinnamon one is
So I'm going to show, Tommy, make that second camera the main camera, and show everybody the recipe big there for the chicken fingers. And the plan is to replace 1 cup a cup of starter for each time that we're doing. So we're doubling this recipe, and it calls for half a cup of milk and half a cup of flour. And so we're going to put a cup of starter in place of doubling that. So total of 2 cups of starter to replace what would be 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of flour. And then we don't love the Dijon mustard, so we don't put that in. But that's the plan for how to sourdough Grandma Roundy's chicken finger recipe. And so we're taking sourdough starter, we're going to season it and then batter it. And then we're going to use cornflake crumbs, which I remember with my grandma rolling a rolling pin to smash the cornflakes, and now we just go buy the crumb box from the store. That's what we're going to be breading it with after we roll it in the batter. And then you drizzle a little melted butter over the top of it and actually bake it. So I think these could be great if I had a fryer, actually frying them like fried chicken. Maybe we could try some in the air fryer. We got enough. We could try some in the air fryer. But the way Grandma always did it and the way the recipe says to do is then bake them for 20 minutes or until the chicken is cooked through at 350 degrees. So currently, while the oven is in use baking those mini loaves, we're going to start breading and putting together our chicken tenders. And then when we'll make the swap and start baking. Do we have another one of these somewhere? In here, I guess. Psst. Are you with me?
Sorry, I'm note taking. What?
We're on a live call. Should I use this? Because we don't have another big one. Or we could just take the cookies off and use that, right?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Can you bag those or what?
Yeah, they're worth cooking, they're worth keeping, they're worth eating. They're just not pretty enough to like sell in a bakery. So I'm calling them a fail.
Yeah, they're a little odd. They're still yummy.
And I don't know if it was that tweak, because this isn't what they look like when Grandma made them.
Oh.
Adding the baking powder. If you guys have done a lot of baking, this recipe, Grandma's recipe calls for, or rather the Roundy recipe, I think it's Sister's recipe, calls for 2.5 teaspoons of baking soda. And I saw an online recipe that called for baking soda and baking powder, so I tweaked the recipe and put baking powder in it. And I'm wondering if that's what made them look so weird, instead of kind of flattening out like your traditional chocolate chip cookie. Okay.
We have 9 people watching and only 1 person has said anything.
Hi, everybody.
Can you see it in that little tiny pop-up thing?
Who, me?
No, I was showing them the cookies. They kind of look funny.
I showed them at the very beginning. Okay, fresh parchment
Do you want to bring it over here?
on a cookie sheet. Now we need to cut open the chicken and make the batter and assemble the stuff. Which job do you want?
Chicken.
Cutting open chicken, your favorite thing to do?
Nope. What did you say the other jobs were?
Make the batter?
Yeah, I'll do that. Ouch. Is that what this bowl's for?
I don't know, sure. That's what that bowl's for.
Chicken.
I gotta
How's
get
it weight?
something to cut it open with. Just use that?
Yeah. And you have the recipe here. I guess I can just do this right here, huh?
So
Are you gonna just leave those?
you could
aside
use
there?
chicken breasts and cut them up into strips, but I like chicken tenderloins as being kind of already, well, clearly chicken tender size, chicken finger size. So we got that this afternoon. What's your question?
Am I doing like half cup of starter, you think, or?
No, 2 cups to start. To replace the 1 cup, we're doubling the recipe.
Oh, okay.
So we're replacing the cup of milk.
It's half cup milk.
We're replacing, doubling the recipe. So we're replacing the 1 cup of
Oh,
milk,
and flour, huh?
and the 1 cup of flour is 2 cups of starter.
Did you have the measuring cup? Yeah. I saw it somewhere.
I just use that for chocolate chips.
Oh, okay.
That'd be fine.
What?
What do we do here? This on another bowl. Little Miss being quiet here. Come on a minute. You got a timer for that bread? Mini loaves, it's going off.
Put that note.
You
Let's
come
check
over here,
that
Lily.
again.
Come over here, Lily.
I got
How
some.
soon is the chicken gonna go?
What?
Want me to?
Ow! Can you go get me a milk at the room, please? There's like nothing in
There
there.
you
Just hold on a
190.
second. Can you give me the baby wipes from behind Daddy carefully? Never mind. Look out. Look out.
Yeah, 190.
Deal?
One of them's at 195.
Around this way.
Another 5 minutes.
All right, turn on repeat. I think.
Mom,
Yeah.
this is on my head. This is on my head.
All right.
That was on my head.
Why'd you got it dirty? I gotta rinse it.
That was on my head.
One thing to think about, this starter was fed Monday morning, early Monday morning, late Sunday night.
Now, I don't want to go.
And so
Don't put
it might be a little sour, but I don't think it's too bad. Something you might consider if you were planning this, since we literally just decided to do this a few hours ago when Tommy asked for it. We ran to the store and got the stuff to do it. But you might consider feeding the starter the night before you're going to do this, so that you've got a younger starter, if that makes sense. It hasn't been recently as fed, because the longer you get from when you fed it, the more sour, more acidic and sour it gets. I'm sure it's still going to make a great batter, and the dipping sauce is going to kind of make all the difference. But you can see I'm put the first cup of batter in there.
It's not wet.
Yes, it is. Mom, yes, it is.
Really?
Oh, wait, you know what? I can put it.
No.
Yes.
It's hard to put in. Come with me. Go.
No, I
Come
will
with
be
me.
very careful. Mom, I will do it
I
harder.
will be very careful, she says. She's so cute. Very careful. Please let me do it myself. Little Miss Independence starting to grow. Amazing how fast kids grow up. Okay, that right there is my 2 cups of starter. We're gonna put 2 eggs in. We'll go for 2 eggs.
No chats.
Huh?
No chats.
Still no chats.
Still no chats.
Still no chats. Well, I just spilled egg on the parchment. I probably should wipe that up. That egg exploded on my hand.
Sorry, got distracted. Wow.
You want to form
That's
that
2
bread
cups?
and start it while I'm
I mean,
getting these
squirt.
ready? Score it. She's got to get that bread in the oven for the peoples who are
How's
here.
the loaves, the mini boule do?
You just set a new timer a second ago.
You did, or?
I asked if you did.
I did. It's still going. It's got a minute left, a little over a minute.
The one was at 195, the others were barely breaking 190. So
Which one was it, 195?
the cheddar, I moved it away from that left side. Our oven doesn't bake very evenly sometimes. All right. Huh?
Makes it a challenge.
Yes, it
Like challenges, don't it?
does. Sure do. Make you stronger. Okay, batter. I got seasonings to put in here, sweetheart. Let's see. Let's go half a teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon pepper. I'm just gonna measure with my heart, as you say. half a teaspoon-ish salt, half a teaspoon-ish pepper.
Timer's going off again. I have my doubts.
Have your doubts about what?
Bread being done. The mini boules timer just went off.
Okay, we got chicken on one side, we got batter, we got cornflake crumbs,
Okay, that one's gonna be hot. We can't take that time.
one thing I'm looking at here.
Uh-oh.
Thomas, you get double duty, mate.
There's the other one there. I'll be able to take him in just a minute. But I gotta get.
She's putting bread in the oven. Can you grab him? I did notice these cornflake crumbs are way smaller than I was able to ever get them with the rolling pin. So our chicken always came out like nice and big crispy chunks of cornflake on them. This is going to bread a little bit more lightly, I think. Okay, seasoned starter in place of Grandma's batter. What do you think? It's going to work out?
You still did the eggs? That's probably a good idea because of the.
Just
I mean,
replace the
whatever.
milk,
I
the
don't
milk
even
and
know
the
how to
flour,
explain
the
it.
milk and the flour with
Yeah.
the starter
Yeah,
because
watch
it's
out.
equal parts flour and water. Put the same seasonings in, the same egg in, and now we have a legitimate sourdough batter. Thanks, Tommy. Okay, so now we've got chicken tenders going in the sourdough batter, and then in the breading. And then on the tray. Boy, that looks good. These are gonna be good, sweetheart.
Yay! 'Cause I'm hungry.
Batter. Breading. Tray. Oh yeah. I think these are going to turn out great. I've made these before. It wasn't always Grandma making these. And they are good. One thing I have done, which I thought about doing today, but then timing, I was going to crush up some Frosted Flakes and actually put some of these with Frosted Flakes, not just corn flakes. And it's so good. Tommy said, "Isn't that weird? Putting sugar on chicken?" So I took out the barbecue sauce and I said, "Tell me what that first ingredient is." High fructose corn syrup. Yeah, you put sugar on chicken all the time, man. So yes, Frosted Flakes in place of these corn flakes would actually be very, very delicious. I just didn't want to take the time to actually crush up the Frosted Flakes. Took the time to go to the store, bought the Frosted Flakes, ate a bowl of Frosted Flakes. Man, those are good. But didn't want to take time to crush them up before the call, or didn't have time to crush them up before the call. So here we are, just making regular old cornflake crusted Grandma's chicken fingers that are gonna turn out tasty. Sourdough version. Sourdough. do you think?
The other thing is honey mustard is a common thing for chicken too, and that's sweet.
Yeah, there's a honey mustard recipe on the bottom of that I think
We
we have
usually make-
almost everything for.
I think we usually make that.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds like similar to what I made for the burger bombs the other week, I guess. Last week?
I don't remember when we did those, but they were
No,
good.
you just chunky
If you
man.
didn't watch our cheeseburger bombs live stream, you should go back and watch that. Those were so good.
Should we get this done? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Sourdough chicken fingers, ladies and gentlemen.
Mini loaves. You want to check on those?
Check on the mini loaves.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Or Tommy, can I bring him to you for a minute?
Kind of clumping up a lot
Thomas.
right now. I'm gonna
I'm gonna.
some of these clumps out and put some more crumbs in.
See that chat from Veda?
Because I'm gonna check on the mini loaves. You have to chicken. Thank you.
What you're seeing here, maybe, is the dough is just clumping up inside of this.
La, la, la.
I'm losing a lot of crumbs to just dough balls. Put some more chicken tenders in there.
Oh no.
You burn them?
No, but the cinnamon one's kind of.
Oozing on the others.
Yeah.
So we gotta bake them separately.
Well, I could have just put them side by side over here. That would have been fine.
Experimenting live in front of you
200.
folks. We get 200
Yep.
for which one?
The Italian cheese, and so is the cheddar. Everything. They're all at 200.
All at 200. We are done.
Woo-hoo! So
Show
are you
these
gonna
good
use-
folks.
Are you gonna use the top oven for these? For
Yes.
the chicken? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause- oh shoot. Need to put the timer on. Ah, I didn't even turn the freaking. Oh.
Didn't turn the oven on? Did you
Gotta
put
get
water
the
in it? Boy,
Too many things, man. Too many things, okay? Too many things.
too many things.
Oh.
Trying to do too many things. This is real life sourdough. You're watching it. You're living it. Dad, make me chicken fingers. Yeah, but then Mom won't be able to eat them unless, pow, we make them sourdough. Look at this. Sourdough, chicken fingers. That one did not.
And now I'll turn the timer on. Oh, and then I'll show.
Show the good folks them brids. I had hoped to have some of these baked prior to the show starting. But life and just too many things happening today.
Okay.
Wanted to show you some already baked and then bake some for in front of you so you could see the whole process. Like we're doing with the mini loaves, sort of.
Okay.
Kind of show you the forming process at the beginning of the video. If you're just joining us, you can go back and see how we made these beautiful mini loaves.
Okay, can you see on my phone over there? Oh, it's locked. I just want to make sure it looks like you can see it. Hey, there's a raisin that popped through. Nice. Vaden, always a pleasure to see your family working together, learning, teaching with love, patience, and affection. Huge thanks to for your generosity in letting us in. Well, thank you, Vaden.
I paid him to say that.
Can we see that? Is that looking okay? Tommy, can you see it? I don't know if you can see live or what. So this is our cheddar everything. This is our Italian cheese loaf. Look at that mozzarella just pouring out of there. And this is our cinnamon swirl with the yogurt covered raisins, which you can also see like on
So
top.
the idea would be to put these in like a box,
Yeah.
lined up, and offer 3 different flavors. Where most people are coming, they're spending $14 for a cheddar everything loaf, and it's something that's more than even 2 people are going to eat in one sitting. Or they're paying $14 for a an Italian cheese loaf, or they're paying for a sweeter loaf. And so we want to give a variety of loaf in a sample pack, combo pack, and charge $20 for it instead of $14. That's one loaf worth of bread that you saw us cut into three little.
That kind of box? Can you see it? I don't know. So is this all?
Into three little loaves. What's your question?
I was just gonna say, is this all just kind of waste over here?
Yeah, it's soaking up the batter that drips off.
Yeah.
And so we're
That's
wasting
a nice thick batter.
a lot of.
It looks like you're gonna have enough though.
Whatchamacallit, cornflake dust crumbs is getting wasted, but it's gonna be a delicious chicken when all is said and done.
Yeah, it is. Tommy, are you seeing this? Your request is coming to life, and it looks pretty dang good. So the seasonings are in here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that gonna be
We
enough
could have put
seasoning for us?
seasoning in
Do you
this
like our
too.
seasonings?
You can season the top of these. Throw some seasoning on them.
Do you like some garlic, salt, and pepper, or what?
Sure. The batter is seasoned, but I'm sure it could use some more.
I'll wait till you get the last couple on there, and then I'll just do them all.
Okay.
And I'll work on the honey mustard sauce, which needs to be.
This says to bake 20 minutes at 350. Clearly that is going to depend on how thick your chicken is and whatnot, but
Yeah, because that calls for cut into 1.5 by 1 inch pieces, which is ours are a little bit big. But what am I doing?
cutting up the chicken breast, you mean?
I'm gonna do something else. Looking at the video to check for comments. Okay. And Worcester. Did you notice that it's similar to the sauce I made last week?
Yep.
I think last week I had ketchup.
Last piece. I can't believe this tray was made for this. They all fitting. Oh, come on, almost made it. This last one's like not enough dust in
Did
there.
you? I mean, you used it to cut open the meat, right?
I did it and then I washed it. Well, I rinsed it anyway.
With the sauce, right?
Yeah, I'm done with the batter. Making sure that gets nice and crumbed up.
Oh, well gutted.
You want to check in the roll?
Season those up.
What, Tommy?
Check in the roll for them.
They're out.
He's trying
The
to
mini
get you
loaves?
to take the baby is what he means.
Oh. All
All
right.
right, folks, there you have it. We're going to season these up. You got yourself sourdough chicken tenders going in the oven. Last minute decision, real life sourdough, how to use sourdough in your real life. Of course, we're baking bread, as you saw, going out to customers. We've got new experiments going on that you've seen. And these are about to go in the oven. That gives us about 20 minutes, which, again, probably won't stick around on the whole call to wait for these to come out. But you can join us on our Facebook group or watch for the finished product pictures coming on our YouTube post.
No, I'm gonna make something.
But what are you pointing at? You're making the sauce?
Yeah, I was just gonna make
Okay.
the sauce on camera real quick.
I'm gonna
Put
throw
those
these in.
Yeah,
And you're going to start a timer?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
I can see you making sauce.
I'm gonna move over here. This was just one way.
Let's do 15 minutes to start, just so they don't burn.
Okay,
Why did you defrost it?
we didn't. Okay, chicken timer for 15. It's set.
I said, why did you? And then why didn't you?
Because it was going to take too much time to roll out the crumbs.
But there's sugar in the other stuff anyways.
Not across the level of sugar, but yes.
Okay, so let's bring that book over so I can see, and we'll make the sauce real quick on camera too.
Okay.
Anybody have any questions or any
We'll go ahead and
wins?
start the Rogue Bakers Unite version of the call, or portion of the call, which is If you're new here, if you haven't been with us for a while, every week we come here live. The point is to teach you something like we taught you today. Sourdough chicken tenders, show you some cool stuff that we're always evolving and working on, and then open it up for questions that you may have about your sourdough journey. Our goal, our mission, if you will, at Sourdough Easy, make sourdough easy. It's true. Sourdough doesn't have to be hard. It can be real life, like you're watching unfold right before your eyes, making dinner, sourdough, the same time that we're making bread. And so this is the chance that we're here to help that you need. What questions do you have? There is no sound. Is that like
That was before we even
That
went on.
was
And when I first opened it up, it started playing sound. If you don't remember.
cool? So we're good. Any questions? Do you have? Those are in the oven. We're gonna do a crumb. I think we should.
Sure.
We gotta wait for them to cool off a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
The crumb
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah. So did you read the recipe?
I showed them the recipe on camera. This.
Mm-hmm.
So what honey mustard sauce, which is a quarter cup of honey, quarter cup is mustard, which is mustard, quarter cup of mayonnaise, and a half a teaspoon of Worcester sauce or Worcestershire sauce if you're a weirdo.
Are we making a double of that? Probably not.
I would probably double it.
Really?
Yes.
Tommy said yes.
We are a sauce-loving family. And I know that's a good sauce. so
Also,
I would-
don't double the Worcestershire until you taste it.
You crazy?
Worcester
Okay.
sauce, Tommy says.
But okay.
I'm afraid
I didn't
of
mix
Worcester
the ketchup
sauce.
mustard and Worcester the other day.
So if I'm doubling it, then I need to do that again.
Hi, Beverly. Welcome. Thank you for watching while you finished up work. This is going to be a delicious dinner.
You should take this thing and make it.
Daddy's turn. Stop.
He's not. He's doing it.
Oh, he's chilling.
Trying to jump.
He's squirming.
Also, they still can't see Mom doing stuff.
What do you mean?
They can see much of the bowl.
They can see
I don't
everything
understand.
she's doing right here.
They can't see this.
I'm watching it. It's fine. Quit interrupting. Go back over to your screen.
So now a half cup of mustard.
I think I'm going to feed that to the chooks.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm hungry.
I think we try this in a mini loaf pan instead of the mini boule.
Oh, yeah? You think they're going to be too crunchy or what?
I just don't like the way they blew apart. The score just like exploded. Like
Could have put X score on it and it might have been a little bit prettier
maybe.
instead of the side one.
Right. Can you repeat the sauce recipe again? Of course. Yes. It's a honey mustard sauce, which says it's a quarter cup of honey to a quarter cup of Dijon mustard. We're using regular mustard. Quarter cup of mayonnaise and a half a teaspoon of Worcester sauce, Worcestershire sauce.
So
And we're doubling it. So
this is not enough. That's like a quarter cup.
So any other successes you've had this week as you've been baking your sourdough journeys? What have you baked this week? And what questions do you have regarding, using starter for stuff, including questions? How can we help you? And if you're watching this recording after the fact, type in your comments, and we'll come back and respond to your comments about how we can help.
Wait. And then teaspoon.
What's the sauce?
I always open Worcester sauce with carrot because it's flies all over. Okay, stop for a sec.
Healthy teaspoon.
Still stuck in there, so I compensate for that. Did you get mayo on your hand?
What?
I'm gonna use a whoa. I don't know what that noise was. Probably a pan falling over in the cabinet.
Oh, we forgot that step. Dang it.
What?
Supposed to drizzle melted butter on it.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna melt some butter. Forgot there's a step in the recipe to drizzle melted butter on top. That's help them crisp up. So before they get too out of hand, we're gonna do
What was
that.
that timer on my phone?
Those look so good. Pause the chicken timer. Butter. Drizzler.
How much butter did it say?
1.5 tablespoons, but I don't just bunch. We've doubled the recipe, so 3 tablespoons. Real life sourdough, folks. That looks like a delicious. That's a tasty honey mustard right there.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Enough mayo? Did you whisk it up?
Bless you, bugs.
That's a lot of sauce. Pretty good.
All right, Beverly made the bagels. They turned out well, but not pretty. Yeah, ours weren't very pretty either, but they tasted great. Although they didn't last too many days. Yeah, ours hardened up pretty good too. Does my starter need to double before I stick it back in the fridge? I just make sure that it's nice and bubbly and active, that it's had a good chance to feed, and then stir it up and put it in the fridge. And even if it still continues to feed over the next couple of days slowly in the fridge, it'll be fine. So whether or not it technically doubles, I don't worry about it. Usually by the time when I feed it at night and then let it feed all night, whenever I get up in the morning, I figure it's had plenty of time to feed. I stir it up and throw it in the fridge. So don't worry too much about whether it's doubled, just that it's got nice and bubbly and active and clear that it has been feeding.
Not sure exactly what.
Yeah, just that. So I don't know if you can see way over here, she is adding the butter. to the chicken tenders over here. Drizzling butter on top of it to help them crisp up.
And a little bit of flavor to them, you know.
Yeah.
Yum.
Going to try the English muffins. Awesome. We've been thinking about trying an English muffin recipe too. We haven't done one yet. All right, let's put those back in the oven. Restart the timer.
Behind you.
Serve with honey mustard or barbecue sauce. Grandma Roundy recipe. So 7 minutes left on the timer. We did take them out and put the butter on. They'd be cooling off a little bit, so we shall see. Any other successful bakes this week that you've done, or questions that you've got about sourdough? We're just gonna dead air it for. They're not gonna be done in 7 minutes. I think it's gonna be a little bit longer.
Yeah, they're bigger.
Than
Where's the bread? Oh, right there. Did you want to cut them
yeah,
open?
let's do a crumb shot
Here, I'll take
of
him, you
those.
do it.
You want me to do that?
Bubby
She's gonna
chunkers.
take Bubba chunks.
Say hi to the people. Oh, boo. Mwah.
All right, we got our honey mustard ready.
Mwah.
Done with our book. Let's do some crumb shots. Look at that. Everything
Oh,
bagel.
you know what? Yeah, let's get pictures like that too. I'm not. Put this in the middle.
Italian cheese loaf.
Get stuck. Some cinnamon sugar crisp. Oh, really? You just spit on me?
And you want to take some shots of that with your phone?
Mm-hmm. Can you take him? I'm afraid he's gonna dive bomb backwards. Okay.
Juggling the baby.
We've got crazy lighting in here right now. Oh, it's driving me nuts. I gotta turn it on. Sorry.
She's a photographer. Lighting needs to be perfect. Did you put the other one away?
Still wonky light. Huh? Say what?
Put the other mayo away.
I did.
Getting a few pictures of these mini loaves. Cool. We're gonna try it. We were contemplating whether to do a round boule loaf, or like a mini loaf. And I think we'll try it in a mini loaf pan and see how that turns out. Only because you can see how much this blew open. Maybe we'll try across and try and manage that blowout more, but this whole thing here is blown out.
Okay.
Should I cut them open now?
Getting some close-ups here.
Crumb shots. They just look like regular loaves, but blown up. Here. Take the baby.
You can't wait till you can try some food, huh? Shouldn't be long now.
Starting to reach for it.
Yep.
Just gotta get some.
They sure look pretty good. I like doing the cinnamon sugar on top of the cinnamon loaf. I'm glad we finally tried that.
That did look great.
Look at that. You can see the yogurt covered raisins.
So, here's the crumb shot, ladies and gentlemen.
Grab a baby wipe to wipe it between. To wipe it between.
This.
Okay. Just because flavor transfer.
I
Yep.
think like this.
Yeah. I'll do that. Seems like it cut pretty well. How's the bottom of them look?
They were a little dark.
Yeah. Probably because they didn't have water in there or whatever. you
Yeah.
know.
Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Look at this. That's the inside, the cheddar, everything. That's a pretty successful mini boule loaf right there.
Bottom looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a little
It's
darker than normal
perfectly
that we like,
perfectly
but yeah, that's-
acceptable,
yeah.
but a little darker than we usually do. Oh, that looks so good. That's gonna be dinner tonight. You gonna do some pictures of those?
Sure.
Read that.
Oh, hi. Beverly, I missed the part about the cornflakes. Did you buy them already crushed? I did hear about you not being able to crush them.
So we bought cornflake crumbs, and then I also bought frosted flakes, and I was gonna crunch up some frosted flakes and do some of them with a sweet frosted flake, but I didn't have the time to crunch up the frosted flakes, so we just went with the normal box of pre-crushed cornflake crumbs that you see there.
The other one is Sharon says, I don't understand the different levels of hydration, 100%, 71%, so forth.
So I'm going to give you my understanding of that. It may not be 100% accurate because I just do easy sourdough stuff, not complex stuff. As I look at that Italian cheese loaf, look at the insides of that. You can see the gooey cheese. Oh, that is a beautiful little mini loaf of bread. So if you had
Nice.
ordered this as a, oh, this would be so good. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. This is great. This is fantastic. We could sell this, and people would be thrilled with this.
Yeah. Especially since they like.
You can't decide. You're looking at our
Well, and they're
menu.
in an
and
RV
it's-
though.
Yeah.
And
look-
most of them are like, well, you know, it's just two of us. We can't eat that much bread. Blah, blah,
does
blah.
it freeze well? And
Which
so
it does.
a smaller.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you ordered that from us, you would be like, this is some of the best bread I've ever had. We got to try 3 different flavors.
So we need to use these pictures for order form now.
We got to get pictures of those crumb
Wanna take
shots
them
and
all these small
everything.
pictures?
We can do that after we wrap
Okay.
up the call,
All right.
I think.
Is there any more questions on there?
26 seconds left on the first chicken timer. Internal temperature, what's the
165.
165?
Yeah.
So we should check them.
Where's the thermometer? It's over here. See, and it even tells
What
you.
other question? I don't
Full
understand.
screen.
Oh, the hydration level. So it's my understanding. What? It tells you on there, if you can read.
I can read it. Yeah, like I said.
Cool. Question about hydration. It's my understanding that a 100% hydration is when you have equal water to flour. So if you had, 500 grams of water, or, like in our case, 1 pound, 4 ounces of water and 1 pound, 4 ounces of flour, that would be a 100% hydration loaf, which would be very, very difficult to work with. It would be very wet. Our loaf is at, my understanding, right at about 60% hydration, where it's 1 pound, 4 ounces of flour and 12 ounces of water, right? And so you just take the ratio of flour to water that gives you the hydration percentage. And the reason you want to know that is the higher hydration that you get, the harder the dough is to work with, and the more effort, stretches, and folds, and things you're going to need to do to build up the dough strength in order for the loaf to hold together versus just flatten out like a pancake. And so we've got ours at 60% hydration as a really easy to manage dough. Sometimes it can get a little bit sticky if it gets over fermented or the more fermented it gets. But generally speaking, it's a really easy dough to handle, and it works for everything from cinnamon rolls to pizza to regular bread to sweetbreads to sticky buns and the cheeseburger bombs that we've done in the past. You can use this one dough for all sorts of different things. But it's my understanding the way you determine hydration is the ratio, and you get into the 65, 70, 75% hydration can be some really difficult dough to work with, and you're going to need to be a more proficient baker to do the stretches, folds, and all sorts of things like that to make a higher hydration dough work like that. So the high hydration dough would be giving you really big open crumb. If you can get the dough strength built up to hold all of that together, whereas ours is a relatively closed crumb, which I'm good with. A lot of people that watch videos are good with. I don't want big holes in my bread. Anyway, chicken. Timer.
They're under the cookbook.
My whatchamacallits. Look at that chicken, folks. I'm gonna check internal. It's saying 155, 57, 8. I think they're gonna need a few more minutes. Yeah, we're at like 160 and change.
I already set a timer for 5 more minutes, but
Okay,
I'm not sure what it's at, so go ahead and just check the phone.
5 more minutes. Phone says 3 minutes and 40 seconds. We'll let your phone roll with it.
Okay.
Chicken is almost done. We've got these beautiful mini boules. Give you kind of a shot of the crumbs together. That is some delicious looking bread. Gonna be great for us to have with dinner tonight and as a little dessert with that delicious cinnamon raisin loaf there. That's gonna be super sweet. Any other comments or questions? You're welcome, Sharon. Beverly says yum. I agree, it does look all looks yum. Gonna call a fail on the cookies. We will perfect a chocolate cookie recipe for our micro bakery, and when we do, we will share that with you. That's not one. We have a virtually perfect banana oatmeal chocolate chip cookie recipe, fermented. We keep frozen in our fridge, ready to pop in the oven. So we're hoping to do the same thing with some chocolate chip cookies, and then we can have a variety of cookies that people can choose from when they come and want to order cookies. We can just pull whichever ones they want out and have it done. So any other questions or comments before we wrap things up? I think those chicken tenders are going to be stellar. They look just as good as I remember Grandma's looking. I think remembering back to when I have made them in the past, they went together just as well. So using the sourdough starter as a batter is absolutely stellar. Like you could be frying fish. You could be frying anything fried with this. I mean, using the batter for like zucchini or zucchini bread, not bread, fried zucchini or things like that Grandma used to make. What's that?
I forgot to do the air fryer.
Oh, we did forget the air fryer. Oh well, it'll be all right. Okay, so your timer's about to go off.
1 minute.
1 minute. We'll spend this last minute with you. One last chance, one last question of the Rogue Bakers Unite portion. Anybody have questions about sourdough? Let us know. Post a comment. Post them here now. Post them later if you're watching. But we are about to wrap this up when we take chicken fingers out of the oven.
Did you see Baden's comment?
I think I saw it, but I didn't read it.
Those look restaurant level, everyone.
Restaurant level. That's something from you, Baden. Being deaf and all. Thank you.
Ten seconds.
5,
7,
8.
11. Beep.
Done?
Yep.
Timer going off.
That was just a 20 plus, or was that a 10? Do we do 5 twice?
I think we only did 5 once.
Ooh.
Ouch!
Oh, what'd you do?
I just stuck the pan on my arm. That's hot.
I'm sorry.
I need them.
I'll get it. Look out. Look out.
I don't think they're done.
No?
I think they need to be crispier, personally. More time.
Another 5?
Another 5. They're at 160 and climbing, but I can tell I want those crispier. I want them crunchier, personally.
Okay, 5 more.
All right, I don't think we're going to spend the last 5 minutes of dead time just sitting here waiting. So if you want to see the finished final product shot, you've seen now the process. If you want to see the finished product shot, make sure to check back on our posts on our YouTube and our Facebook groups. If you're on Facebook, join us at Sourdough Made Easy or one of the Rogue Baker groups. And we will catch you next week. Any last comments? No?
Thank you for making this process
Thanks,
so
Baden.
simple.
Thanks, everybody.
Everyone
And
says thanks for making this process so simple.
you're welcome, everybody. We will catch you next week. Same time, same place. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Chuck Finley.